Okay.
Give me a quick A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
2. Boom.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Q, R, S.
Go for me.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Russell.
Z, Y, X, V, U, T, R, S, R,
Okay.
W.
QWERTY. Someone's trying to show off.
You guys gonna share it? You ready to go?
I'm about to share it right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Give me 1 second so I can do the introductions.
I know why it sounds so weird. Air conditioner.
Oh, yeah.
Let me sign into Facebook for the first time ever on this laptop ever.
Cool. Now I am Gucci.
Gucci.
Is this the new laptop?
I've had this for a little bit. This is a present from Papa Zuck.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Oh.
Papa Zuck.
Oh, the Zuck.
Yeah, the Zuck when I worked at Facebook, he tipped me this.
Like I said,
Because you're working on the Oculus, right?
Yeah. 'Cause I worked
future
at-
sponsor.
Huh?
Future sponsor.
Yeah. I don't think Zuck knows he tipped me this.
What?
We saw a lot of hardware. Stuff came through there, you know. Sometimes things happen.
Things do happen.
Zuck won't miss it.
No.
All right, we're ready whenever you are.
I'm ready. Ready?
Yep.
5, 4, 3.
Maniacs. It has been a week since then. I wasn't on the podcast. I was with Loud and Brown, Sage, and
Me. Moi.
Save Rings, and Dom from Alpha Productions
Yes.
was here last week.
Yes.
So I'm glad to be back. This is saltTier episode 40.
This is the middle-aged
Yes,
edition.
we're at the hit the middle age mark. This is nice.
The crisis is real.
Coming at you from Studio 212 in Salt Lake Union. Always happy to come back.
Salt Lake.
Actually, you know what?
South Lake
should-
Union.
we should
I can't
just
even
call it
talk
that.
today.
That's our little area.
It might as well be the South Lake Union for us, right? But we actually have Mr. Bobby Stills in the studio today instead of Keith the Boogie. Thank you for coming in, sir. How are you over there?
I'm good.
I'm good. Right on. So, with that being said, you guys know me. I am Goon PNW. Catch me on all of my social media handles: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Goon PNW. What I've been up to was pretty much what most Seattleites were up to this weekend was PAX. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit. I'm actually quite excited. I actually did more stuff than I was anticipating to do. So I'll get into that in a little bit, and we actually have some really cool guests with us today.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually start going this way to introduce the people you guys already know. So who do I have right next to me?
We have Taylor from the PAX.
Nope, that's you.
Other way.
Yeah, I'm saying you.
Well, hey guys.
Shh,
It's been a while.
you didn't hear
since
that
I've
last
been
part.
on. But I'm Rena. Follow me on Twitter at XORenalo, and I have been playing a lot of The Sims 4 and a lot of new games at PAX this weekend. So, yeah, I can't wait to share my details about my weekend with you guys. And that's about it for me. To my right.
Hey, what's up? This is the Save Rings. I'm trying to share on here, but I'm being an old man right now. I'm trying to. How do you save the thing? Yeah. Anyway, I haven't really been doing too much since the last time I spoke to you guys, saw you guys, however you ingested us last time. Just been playing a lot of casual stuff, a lot of World of Warcraft Classic. Yes, that's me.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Did you play WoW back in the day?
No, I played Final Fantasy 11 instead.
11.
Yes, and that was the MMO.
What made you decide to do WoW Classic all of a sudden?
Because
you never played
I
Classic?
missed it the first time,
Really?
and I played the original WoW. I played WoW before for about 2 years, but I didn't come in until Wrath of the Lich King was about to come out. So I picked it up maybe like 2 months
you missed,
before
like, Burning
that.
Crusade and you missed Vanilla.
Yeah. Well, I straight up just ripped through those in like 2 months and got to the level cap,
Okay.
and then played Wrath of the Lich King, and I played that because that looked exactly like the second expansion for EverQuest, which in my opinion is the greatest MMO of all time. But the third expansion for that was like snowy, icy dragons and stuff like that. So I saw that they were doing that with WoW, and I was like, okay, all right, fine, you finally got me. So I missed the big vanilla WoW launch and everything. So it's interesting to go back and see how
You did
how
come
basic.
at a good time though, because Wrath of the Lich King was actually a really good expansion.
It was an excellent expansion, yeah.
So
Until it got grindy, then I kind of like.
Yeah.
Then I kind of like saw my way out the door at that point.
You know, that's fair, but that's what all MMOs are usually, aren't they? They're just,
Yeah.
they just got grind fest.
Yeah, but after a while, yeah, it was fine, and then I hit that wall of grinding, and then I was like, oh yeah, MMOs, and then I was out.
Hey, don't forget the monthly subscription you got to pay for too.
Actually, you know what? For MMOs, I don't mind because I'll play the crap out of them. And if it's like a free one, like this one basically is, you already have a Blizzard account, you just get the.
Oh, is WoW Classic?
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, it's
After
free.
you-
The
if you
game
purchase it?
itself is, yeah, and then you just you can just pay
I
for the
didn't know that.
subscription.
That's
And if you
cool.
have another WoW account, you can actually pay for your other subscription with the gold you make on your other WoW account.
That's rad.
So, yeah.
actually. I didn't know that.
Yep. So it's not too bad. I'll probably play for about 2 or 3 months just to like beat it or whatever, and then I'll just be out.
Just waiting on that to buy a level 60.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I just want to. I want to get like all blues. I think if I get all blues at level 60, I think I'm good. I can walk away.
No epics?
Eh.
No? Okay.
Nah.
Okay, fair. You know, I respect that.
If I get some, I get some, but I think at that point it'll start turning into the grind because there's no group finder, there's none of that stuff. It's just it's OG.
Oh, like literally OG.
It's
oh, wow.
OG
They didn't
WoW.
take any of some of the old features back? Okay.
Yeah.
Or new features into the old?
Nope.
That's weird.
All the old mods work though. A lot of people were just updating the mods from back then.
That's pretty tight,
Because it's
actually.
based on a kernel from like literally like an original kernel from back then, and they just
Nice.
kind of like threw that up there.
Well,
So
good shit.
so it's really interesting to play that in like 1440p, 144 hertz. It's like if you told me back then you could play WoW like this, I would have been like, "Are you from the future?" And now we're here in the future playing WoW.
Classic.
WoW Classic on a computer that's like 100 times more powerful than whatever the computer was back then.
God bless.
So yeah. Technology. So yeah, I rambled on enough. That's what I've been up to. WoW Classic and D&D shit.
I totally
That's
forgot
it.
about that. Well, that's awesome. You kind of influenced me to maybe come back to WoW Classic. We'll see. Once I get an MMO, I kind of get hard stuck and I don't want to stop.
It's fun to poot around on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks really good on modern computer though.
All right.
Yeah.
With that out of the way, we have 2 guests with us. We're actually really excited to introduce. We will start with the person on the very far end of the table. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Amelia. Most people know me as Asher. You can find me on Twitter, Amelia1218. I am just a lovely guest here with Taylor. She dragged me along, so it's been fun. Been at PAX all week, so it's been great.
Nice.
And been on that hard league grind.
Nice.
Taking a break with TFT, the regular.
I am absolutely addicted to TFT.
Yes.
I haven't played the new patch. The last one I played, I think they just introduced Jinx and Vi. Did they just introduce some more stuff too?
They just put a Pantheon.
Pantheon.
Yep. Double Pantheon, broken.
Man, oh god, I'm on that TFT grind. Like I stopped at Plat 3 for TFT ranked, and I haven't gone back to Summoner's Rift since TFT dropped. So.
And for those that are like, this is basically battle chess. I mean, auto chess for League of Legends.
Yep.
This is the League of Legends.
So this is
auto
Riot's
chess.
version
Yes.
of auto chess. For those
Yes.
who don't know.
You may have seen like Dota Underlords. You may have seen some other things like that. They're all auto chess.
Yeah.
Amelia, what is your favorite composition in TFT?
Honestly, I'm probably a Miss Original Demons.
Oh yes,
Full Demons.
The
So
original
good.
demons were so good.
I'm not in my head like, yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, you're like, yes.
You're just mana burning them, so they never do anything, and you're just constantly going.
Did the patch change anything with the nobles? Because I know the nobles are kind of
Um,
ridiculous at the moment.
No, they're still kind of ridiculous at the moment. People are still running like full nobles or nobles knights. Their rangers has always been busted the whole entire time.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. But a lot of people have been doing more of that like dragon since Pantheon's in. He's dragon.
Yeah, that's right. He counts as a dragon. I forgot.
Yep.
So that leaves with 3. It was Shyvana, Pantheon, and Aurelian Souls. All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
The,
been so
the,
much
the
fun.
dragon passive perk is so cool, and I wish that we had more dragon archetypes, but
Yeah, but it all counts on like other people's compositions. If someone's running like full sorcerers or something like that, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go dragon. So I'm not getting just
wrecked.
literally killed. Yeah.
Like and then running like an all sorcerer team is super risky.
It is.
Depending on like you have to like bank it on your opponents not building a majority of like assassins.
Yep.
Because assassins just kind of poop on sorcerers.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, right on. It's very nice to meet you. We're really glad you're here.
Yeah.
We hope you speak with us a little bit on the topics we're going to go through because I know you're also at PAX. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, I got to be a little bit
Yes.
closer. Sorry.
I gotta talk to that mic, man.
And then I'm introducing our primary guest for today. Miss, can you please introduce yourself and who you are and where you're from?
I am Taylor. You can find me on Twitter at _Talore, TAHLORE, and another underscore. And I am here all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because I work for the esports organization known as the Pittsburgh Knights.
Nice.
Thanks for coming in today, Taylor.
I am so happy to be here.
We actually met Taylor at a networking event at Roomba on Friday. It was really cool. We were just kind of told to go up and show up there. So it was me, Loudon Brown, and AV and Arena. And then we just hung around, chatted with some people, and then Arena bumped into Taylor, and we just started networking, and we tagged along with them to also head to the Sonic Boombox party. So, yeah, it was just kind of a coincidence. So we're really glad to have met you, and we thank you for coming out here, and as well as bringing Amelia. So
Nice.
thank you.
Yeah, again, just thanks for inviting me, and that party was so great.
It was.
Both of them. That was a good
Hella.
night.
Hella.
So I'm just like hearing all kind of stuff because this is the first I'm hearing about the parties because I figured that's what we'd be talking about on here.
Surprisingly, Friday was the only time where all the parties I felt like were popping. Like Saturday and Sunday kind of felt lackluster, like a little bit. I didn't hear of too many parties because like literally on Friday was a Sonic Boombox party, it was that party at Roomba, the Cyberpunk party, and the Borderlands 3 party, like all the same day.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow.
that was insane. Like, I thought they would like branch out those parties at like different days, but there was literally all on Friday.
Okay.
And then Saturday had like the Pink party, and then Sunday of course had Portapalooza. But aside from that, like there wasn't many parties like on Saturday or Sunday like I would expect it to be.
Okay.
So my party on Saturday was the Facebook gaming party.
Where was that?
That was up in Fremont. It was a private event.
Really?
So
Oh, okay.
it's one of those industry things. One of the perks, but
How was it?
it was amazing. I
Really?
actually won an Oculus Quest.
Nice.
So now I'm gonna get into VR. Apparently,
That's
'Cause
pretty
why
cool.
not?
So it was like the Oculus Quest. Is that like the Rift?
It is self-contained, so you don't need to hook it up to a PC.
It's the one above the Go. There's the Go
Oh.
and the
Yeah,
Quest,
it's brand new.
and then it'd be like the Rift S, and then the original Rift would be like the hierarchy.
Nice.
Those.
Okay. Well, the more you know.
Yep. It's got the inside-out tracking and stuff on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That's really cool. How long? Wait. What time was that party at?
Oh my gosh, it started super early. It started at like 6 o'clock, and they didn't start serving alcohol until 9.
Was it an open bar?
Yes.
I always have to
Yes.
ask that question.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, great. All right. I kind of want to jump into these things here. So, tell me a little bit about the Pittsburgh Knights. When did you guys form, and what teams are you currently sponsoring for what games?
So the Pittsburgh Knights were founded in 2017, and
Back in the olden times.
yeah, way back
What
when.
did you guys do way back then?
Way back when. So our first game, the game that we're still involved in, was PUBG. So we
Okay.
currently have a team that competes in the PEL over in Berlin.
Nice.
So the 4-man roster, they all live and practice together. They just started their Phase 3 games the end of August, so August 30th. So I think they're just finished up week 1. And so in addition to PUBG, we also have 2 teams that live down in Atlanta, Georgia. And they play Smite and Paladins, so High Res Studios, those games there. And then we have a few other individual players, like a Madden player, because actually the Pittsburgh Knights are partnered with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so Madden just kind of makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, we're just killing it.
That's actually really impressive. Like being sponsored along with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And it's especially like in 2 years. That's a lot going on in just 2 years.
Yeah, it was announced in December, and they moved into the offices of the Steelers, so we share space with their marketing department and their merchandising department.
Nice.
I actually came on board with the Knights at the beginning of February, and so have been with them since in the merchandise manager role and as the partnerships manager.
Nice.
How did you come across the Pittsburgh Knights? Was it
Yeah.
something that you applied for, or was
Yeah.
it networking? How did you get in?
The recruiter call you? Like, what happened?
I actually applied, so I knew of the Knights being from Pittsburgh, so I went onto their website, knights.gg, and looked at their job postings and internship postings and applied through, I think it was Hitmarker Jobs.
Okay.
Is actually a really great job site for people who want to get into gaming and esports. There are a lot of orgs and companies that post specific jobs for gaming and esports on Hitmarker.
Okay.
So highly recommend if that's what someone is looking to get into.
Nice.
Yeah,
And I
look
think
that
we
up. I've
actually
never
have a
even heard of that
few,
before.
I think the Knights actually have a few postings active now on that site, so.
So on that, how would someone that's like brand new, like how would they go about applying besides applying through Hitmarker? Like, what would you say they put on like their resume and stuff if they're coming from an entirely different field?
So I think the most important part of any resume, not just esports and gaming, is transferable skills. So for me, my background is in business and marketing and public relations. So that's my degree is business administration, marketing concentration, minor in PR, a mouthful. And so how can I translate that into esports? Well, marketing, everybody does marketing. You know, it's across the board. Public
very obvious,
relations, yeah, 100%. You know, business and public relations, a lot of people think, you know, esports, it's very, very laid back, you know, kind of bro, buddy, but in order to be taken seriously, a lot of organizations are leaning into people that have more business experience. And so I think that's where a lot of my strengths came from and shown through. Also, you know, it is still gaming and esports, so you can keep the resume fun. It doesn't have to be a really boring, like, black and white wall of text. So I just added, you know, what games I played, what events I attended, what got me into esports in the first place, what I liked about it, what I hoped to do, and it ended up working out for me. So, you know, you just gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Right on.
How long did the process take you overall, like from the beginning to upon hiring?
I applied at the end of December, and they ended up getting back to me about a month later. I actually happened to be on vacation at the time, visiting family in Florida when I got the call. So as soon as I was back in Pittsburgh, I did my in-person interview, and within a few days, I was hired. So
Good. Yeah. Yeah, you always hear about that, like, well, let's go check out our website for job lines. It actually works.
yeah, no, it actually it does work. Proof right here. But again, varies from organization to organization. So the Knights are smaller. There are probably only about 10 of us full-time employees at the offices right now. So we can't really compare to the processes of, say, like a Team Liquid or a Cloud9. So
Yeah, well, those are like your big boys.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Takes a little bit to
OG
get to that
and all
point,
those kind of
right?
guys. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's great to hear. I also
And also, real quick, I do agree very much. I like what you said in there. You got to shoot your shot. You got to figure out who to talk to and just do it. The worst that can happen is you get turned down, and like big deal. That happens all the
Exactly.
time.
Yeah. You know what? No is a word that people hear a lot,
Yeah.
and you're gonna hear it a lot.
Yeah.
And so learn to, you know, just take it in stride.
Yeah.
Ask.
But
Always
you never
ask.
know until you actually do it.
Yeah, and then
You'd be
ask
surprised.
if you get the rejection letter, just say like, hey, what could I have done better? Like, what did the lead candidate have that I didn't have?
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people actually don't ask that question, and I
Yeah.
think it's really valuable to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with your point a whole lot. Yeah.
So with being on the Knights, do you travel often for any events that they want to be a part of or sponsoring or have any affiliation with?
So, because I've only been with the Knights since the beginning of February, I haven't had the opportunity to travel too much. My first business trip with them was to fly down to Atlanta. One of our sponsors is Smile Direct Club, who they do teledentistry, clear aligners. You don't have to go into an orthodontist's office. You can go into one of their smile shops. They do a 3D image of your teeth, and then they'll send you the aligners. And so we just had a team appearance. I know, it's pretty fantastic. We had a team appearance at one of their smile shops with our Smite and Paladins teams. There was a gaming truck there. People could come in, get one of the scans done, and then do a kind of Joes versus Pros and get to play our professionals.
Nice.
So it was a really cool event, and I was down there for like 2 days. Flew back in the morning and was immediately back in the office. Didn't even
That's
get to go home
wicked.
first. And
These
then-
sponsors are so unique, and they're not in relation to esports. I always think of how crazy it is that a lot of people are kind of seeing the value of esports.
Yeah.
Like if esports
Yeah,
works,
it's really
so
interesting to seeing some of the partnerships and stuff.
They're
Like
seeing that the money's there, right?
my favorite one is, and their sponsor, I think of like every single PUBG tournament. But you always see like noodles, like instant noodles there, and that just cracks me up every time. Like, of course they're one of the sponsors. Yeah, for PUBG especially, I always see like Nissan noodles. I always see
No,
noodles sponsored.
seriously, for real.
Yeah, it just cracks me up every time I see that.
Well, to me, it reminds me of regular sports sponsors. Like, we have BECU that used to be with the Sounders, and like.
Who was that with the
Mariners.
Seahawks? They used to give away that truck. There was always that truck up there when they would raise the flag, 12-man flag. Was it Chevy or something?
Something like
The
that.
Toyota?
The Toyota,
Yeah.
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 So there's just like all sorts of branding opportunities.
Yeah, so the thing about esports and these they'd be non-endemic sponsors, so they really don't have any relation to the esports and gaming space, unlike, let's see, HyperX, everybody knows them in the space. They are using esports as a vehicle to reach millennials and Gen Z as an audience because, traditional advertising is not necessarily working for them anymore. And actually, that's part of why the Steelers ended up partnering with the Knights, is because they're struggling to connect with the same audiences. So, what are kids these days doing? They're going home and they're logging onto their computers and getting all of their entertainment off of Twitch and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They're not watching TV anymore. They're using streaming services. So, in order to tap into that market, they need to, go to esports.
It's crazy how Twitch comes in 2011 and completely changes up. Like,
And it's also crazy too that people are like, "What? Where are the kids? How do we get the kids? What are the kids doing? Like,
Aren't they watching
how do you
television
how do you
anymore?"
not know?"
It's like I was watching. So they got that football show. They're following the Raiders on HBO.
Oh yeah.
And the coach for the Raiders is wearing a Twitch hoodie.
No, I didn't even
Where
realize.
does that come from? Like,
Yeah.
How does that happen? Is he watching Twitch? Is he on Twitch? They pay him to wear it, or his kids into Twitch? It's just funny seeing that crossover of sports and then esports.
Was it Gruden?
Yeah.
Gruden was wearing a Twitch hoodie. Maybe some of his players like stream and just have like some random stuff on there.
Also, like the Steelers have Juju, and Juju's all FaZe Clan, so that's where they're getting it.
Oh my God, FaZe Clan.
Yeah, can't forget about FaZe Clan,
Yeah.
right? That's now that I think about it, if you imagine, like, if you take a look at some of the other like top tier teams, right? For example, like TSM sponsored by Geico.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already like you can see that the money is there and it's on the rise. So a lot of corporate traditional companies are investing in the esports now because there is money for it. I mean, like, PUBG's got quite a bit of money in it. League and Dota quite a bit of money to it. CS:GO, even Overwatch. Overwatch has their own franchise with sponsored teams. So.
And let's not forget that Fortnite just dropped
Oh yeah.
millions on a 14-year-old.
I believe like a 13 or 14-year-old kid just won $3 million playing Fortnite.
You did?
Pennsylvania native, just gotta shout that out.
Oh, he was a Pennsylvania native? Damn. Dude, that's godlike though. Like, for a 14-year-old, that he's set for quite some time
Well,
now.
of course it'd be the 14-year-old because those are the ones that destroy you on there.
Well, if you think about, like, since they're in their teens, like, they have a lot more time to play video games. Like, unfortunately, I wish I could.
And it's true what they say, like little kids like Twitch reaction, like, yeah, because I taught my kids how to play a couple of games, and now I don't even play them anymore because they're just like, for fun, they just steamroll me.
Reflexes are a lot more evident when you're younger,
Yeah.
and you retain them a lot faster.
Yeah.
I feel like an old man now whenever I
Yeah.
play games that require high reaction.
Yeah,
I'm 29.
I don't even
so.
play Castle. I don't even play like Castle Crashes with them because they're like, oh look, and they just like steamroll the boss. And I'm like, oh look, let me show you the trick. Oh, you already killed him.
You're now
taught-
one of those back in my day kind of.
I
people.
taught you too well. Yeah.
So with that, is there any other teams or types of games that the Pittsburgh Knights are looking into, perhaps
Yeah.
investing or trying to
Anything
sponsor?
that you could speak
Anything
on?
that you could tell us about?
Yeah.
Announcements coming soon, TM.
Okay.
But the big thing is now
there.
into esports when it comes to acquiring sponsors, you can divide the games into two categories. So you have red blood and then non-red blood. And so, unfortunately, with the gun violence in the States, a lot of sponsors tend to shy away from teams that have are into the red blood games. So, PUBG would actually be a perfect example of that.
But you can make it purple though. It's fun. It's fun. You can make it
So
green.
would like a
It's
non-red blood
green.
game be something like Rocket League?
Yeah,
Is that, okay.
Yeah.
It's exactly
So
it.
I'm
Yeah,
understanding.
so Rocket League, League of Legends, just even
Dota.
Overwatch too. Like that's non-red blood. Fortnite isn't red blood because
Yeah.
you don't kill someone, you eliminate them.
Yes.
So it makes a difference.
But like your Counter Strikes, your Call of Duties, and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Verbiage can change that.
Yeah.
And so that's where you see the endemic sponsors aren't really afraid of the red blood games because that's been something in the space for a long time. But then the non-endemics are kind of like, okay, well, what do you have that's a little bit more PG?
I guess I say go straight for the big dogs. I say you get a Dota team. Just
Ooh.
go straight for the top. Just go
Oh.
straight for the top.
I have to ask this for Loudenbrock because I know he probably wants me to ask this question. But are you guys eyeballing anybody fighting game community related from
Oh,
UFC?
yeah.
Fighting game community. Well, let's see. We just had an event at the beginning of August called Replay FX, where we ran a fairly large Smash tournament.
Okay.
Was this in Pittsburgh?
Smash, yeah, in
Okay.
Pittsburgh. Smash Ultimate. I think it was a Class C major is what it became. So I mean, there were like 200 some people.
Nice.
But we did. I do not know if he is still with our organization, but he is definitely still a friend of the org. A-Bait, Luigi Main from Melee, if anyone's
Sounds
familiar with that.
Really familiar, but I can't
Back
put
in the
it
day.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have anyone immediately signed with us, but we're always open to options because influencers, people, content creators, these single player games, like you can just do so much with that.
Do you guys sponsor streamers as well? Because I know there could be a market for that also.
We have a small stream team right now. I think we're looking to expand that pretty soon.
Nice.
So stay tuned.
On that website, nice GG.
Yeah, Knights.gg.
It
Follow
works.
us on Twitter, Instagram. Join our Discord.
How big is the team on Pittsburgh Knights? As in, like the actual administrative management team. How many people are there total in the organization?
Like 10 of us.
Really?
Yes.
So is there like a CEO and then is there like a CIO or like a VP?
CEO, Director of Operations, Business Development. I fill 2 roles as, Partnerships Activations Manager and Merchandise Manager. We have Communications, Social Media Director, Content Team, just-
Right. And when you were talking about the PUBG team, so they are in Germany as well? Like, are they playing and like living in Germany?
They're in Berlin, yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
In the PEL, competing with Team Liquid, TSM, who we knocked out of 5th place at the end of the last phase.
Anything I hear about TSM doing
Qualified for the PLL.
Just boo TSM.
And are these Americans too, like that moved to Germany, or did you sponsor European
No,
players?
they're all European. So right now our roster is Drayden, who I believe. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to say. I feel like he's Swedish, but I could be wrong.
He was in the very first like PUBG tournament, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Like the original
he
one.
is. He is an OG from our original roster.
Yeah.
The only one, in fact, that we still have from our original roster. We have Reels, who has been a pro in multiple games.
He sounds very familiar. I actually
And then Wanted and Znark
Okay.
too.
Nice. That's awesome. I didn't realize that the Pittsburgh Knights actually sponsored a team in PUBG in the league in Germany. So that's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry again, but who just said the other sponsorship was? It was a Madden player. Was that right?
Well, we have a Madden player. His name is Deliverance. He was the 2-time Steelers Club champion, and so it was a natural choice to go with him.
Good choice.
And then we also have our Paladins roster, who, again, they're down in Atlanta because that's where Hi-Rez and Skillshot, the game developer, and then basically the media arm are. And then we have our Smite team down there, too.
I love
And
Smite.
our Smite team is
it's fun.
actually, they're all international, too, which,
Really?
yeah.
That game looks crazy to watch it competitively. Like
Smite?
it looks insane.
Smite's super fun to watch.
It's fun to play, but it looks like even crazier to watch it on a competitive level.
I had honestly, until I joined the Knights, I had never watched or played any Smite, and so watching it for the first time, I was like, okay, this game's cool. It's a MOBA. It's similar to League, but you have the I
It's
don't
got
know.
that
I'd
third
call it-
person view.
Yeah, it's very, very strange going from watching like the esports from the top down into the actual player view, and that
Yeah.
confused the hell out of me for like 3 weeks.
I know
I was
when
like, I
you're
don't know how they do this.
When you're jungling and the thing's like right in front of you instead of like looking down on it.
The
yeah.
map is so big, like
Yeah.
because League was my gateway drug, so to speak, into esports. So, like that was my frame of reference for everything, and I was like, wow,
That's fair.
everything's so different.
Yeah.
So what brought you to PAX? I remember we talked about this in person back on Friday, but what brings you here?
It started as a personal trip. My birthday was on Thursday the 29th.
Happy
Nice.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Entering my mid to late 20s.
Oh,
Shedding a
shit.
tear.
I wish I was mid-20s.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
But yes, it was going to be a personal trip. We ended up doing an event with the Steelers this past weekend too at Heinz Field called Rib Fest. So they wanted the Knights to have a presence, and so my boss was like, "Can you do some meetings and talk to some people while you're out here?" I was like, "Okay, I guess."
Yes, I could do
Well,
that.
This is
got
no
to-
longer vacation.
Yeah, so I got to mix work and personal for
Nice.
this trip, which was really nice.
Sick.
Were you getting stopped on the floor? Did you guys have a booth? Were you just walking around?
I was just walking around. We had a few people that I set up meetings with beforehand. One of them happened to be a developer down at the Indie Mega booth. They're
Okay.
called Shell Games, so shout out to them. They just released a early access to their new VR title called Until You Fall, which is super fun. Highly recommend. Go check it out on Steam.
I will, because you can ask these guys. The last month I've been getting back into VR, so I'm looking at any and everything VR right now.
He's on a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Savory's on a roll.
I played
Yeah.
the demo today. It was super fun.
What's it called again?
Until You Fall.
Okay. I might have seen it because I look at every VR game.
Our interns will post that up as well on our Facebook page, so we can look into that a little bit more. Because I'm also curious. I really want to see that now.
Yeah, really fun. Got to work up a little bit of a sweat, so
I always see
down.
it's like when people also play Beat Saber. I also really enjoy watching people play Beat Saber.
Yeah, now that I have
Oh.
the VR set, I'm gonna be downloading Beat Saber pretty soon.
I did see this because all the
Oh,
VR games.
dude, that
and,
looks rad.
Some of the VR games and a lot of the games that were on display at PAX that are on Steam, they are also on sale. So this is on sale too.
London with a Y will be posting this
Yeah, this
onto
is-
our
This is
Facebook page.
20% off. Cool.
Well, I actually learned quite a bit about esports and the esports organization as a whole, rather than the entertainment side, and learn more of the back end side.
This
so.
looks really good.
This game does look really good.
That's really cool.
It was very fun to watch.
It's
Is it?
It's
Yes.
visually stunning.
It's so colorful. It looks so cool. Sorry to those that are actually watching the live stream. We will post this.
Yeah, we
link.
will post this on our Facebook page, so go ahead and take a look at
Which
that.
is a really good time right now to branch into an intermission. For guys tuning in late, we are saltTier Podcast. We're on episode 40. We are joined by Taylor from the Pittsburgh Knights. She's all the way from Pittsburgh, so she took some of her time out to come visit us in the studio and talk to us. She brought her friend Amelia.
What's
She's
up?
from Baton Rouge, so they're from two different parts of the U.S. So
Gaming brought us together.
Gaming brought them together.
did.
You know what? After
Nice.
this, I want to ask about that. So, we also are sponsored by New Belgium Brewery.
Cannot forget them.
Cannot forget them. Thank you so much for keeping our shelves
Did
stocked.
anybody drop in on them at PAX this week?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, on Friday,
Uh-huh.
the Sonic Boombox Party was sponsored by New Belgium.
Nice.
We were on the guest list, so
Nice.
I was able to get Taylor in as well, and we were able to chill, got free drinks.
Nice.
met
What
up
did you
with
think about
Lauren.
the New Belgium? It's good stuff.
Really good.
It's really good
Are you
stuff.
an IPA person?
I am not, but it was still really good.
And that's the thing with them. Like even people that don't drink IPAs are like, I'm not usually into this, but this is really good. Like I hear
What's
that
your
a lot
thoughts,
with their
Amelia?
beers.
I'm enjoying it. I'm an IPA fan, so
Okay. You heard it here first, guys. We didn't pay them to say this. So keep in mind that New Belgium is B Corp certified. They're employee owned as well. Hashtag live rangerously. Thank you so much to Lauren and New Belgium for bringing us and keeping us stocked. We love you
Yes.
so much.
For sure.
so much.
Yeah, we were talking about it up here earlier. Like, if you're into beer at all, like, this is one of the places to be in the world.
I'm not really an IPA person, but their Juicifer is really good. But they also have this refreshing passion fruit which I hope she brings us and stocks some more of.
Nice.
I can't wait to.
I didn't even get any of those. You guys zapped all
I had one because she brought a single box, and that box was gone.
I think that was Shady.
Yeah, Shady went up and was like, "This is delicious," and drank 2 of them during a show, and I was like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah.
It's good. It's nice, crisp, not too hoppy, very smooth.
And they're strong, so be careful. They're much stronger than they think, than you might think.
And to top it all off, of course, I have to say their quoted slogan: "In a world filled with ordinary IPAs, Voodoo Ranger saves the day." Thank you so much, guys. But because of this, the reason why they're all here is because of a small, little local event that Seattle has once a year.
You may or may not
have heard of it. It's called Penny Arcade Expo. Been doing it for almost 7 or 8 years, maybe more than 8 years now.
And it's PAX West, not PAX Prime.
It used to be called PAX Prime. We're not cool anymore because
they still call it PAX Prime. Everyone still calls it PAX Prime.
It's just PAX, okay? It's just PAX.
It's just PAX.
You can call the other ones what you're gonna call.
Well, not every region has a PAX. Wait, there's no PAX North.
But this is PAX though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the PAX.
Yeah, this is PAX.
This is PAX Prime.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'll never ever not call it PAX Prime. It's always gonna be PAX Prime.
Just say PAX OG or something.
PAX OG. That sounds dope.
No.
Sorry. I keep moving my head away. But yes, PAX OG sounds super dope.
No, it's just
PAX actually this year was really awesome. I spent a lot more time on the show floor than I did last year. Last year kind of felt a little lackluster for me.
Yeah, last year I got in. Somebody gave me a ticket at the last. That's how I've gotten in the last 3 years. I didn't plan to go, but because I work in the industry, somebody's always like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket," and I'm like, "All right,
you're gonna pull my leg,
twist my arm." All right. So yeah, last year I came in and I just kind of wandered around for 4 hours and I just bounced. I kind of saw everything I wanted to see, and I was just kind of
I think the major thing about PAX for me last year was that it felt too much like a line con, right? I felt like I was waiting in line for something else, and it took literally 2 hours or so. But it felt a lot more streamlined this year.
Okay.
Compared to last year.
Yeah, because last year I was pretty much looking over people's shoulders and okay, that looks cool. All right, next to the next thing I want to see.
Because the one thing that I really wanted to see was what a lot of people wanted to see was the Final Fantasy VII remake, right?
Yes.
So I thought I was literally gonna wait in line for 4 hours. But they did a Disney Fast Pass kind of system where you show up and they'll give you a ticket, and that ticket is slotted for an event.
That Fast Pass.
Like a time you can come back. So I think that's dope, and a lot more AAA titles that know they're gonna have long lines should do that.
Yeah, the Tomb Raider line last year was just dumb. How do you not know? Yeah.
Yeah, there were a few booths this year that had that kind of ticketing and Fast Pass sort of thing.
It's such a good idea. I don't know why a lot more AAA titles on the main show floors don't do that. Borderlands was capped basically every day. Good luck trying to.
That was a 3-hour wait.
Was it? Did you wait in that line?
Oh no.
She was I ain't waiting in that line. But this is what I'm talking about. I wish they utilized that Fast Pass.
Did they give away free copies? Because I went to the Borderlands. I went to the Gearbox thing a couple of years ago. Their panel.
They didn't give anything.
And then at the very end, they were like, "Oh, here, and everybody here gets a free copy! Yay!"
No,
it was like Oprah.
You got a free Psycho mask and a free T-shirt if you got in line to play the game.
Yep.
Okay.
You had to have played the game.
Okay, but didn't have a panel. They didn't give away anything.
They were very stingy on the free stuff this year.
Because both the times Gearbox was here before the last main Borderlands games came out, they gave everybody at the panel a free copy of that game. You got a Steam key. Which is pretty dope.
They didn't do that for us.
There was
2K, man.
BS, man.
2K.
There was no Steam keys that I could find.
Really?
Yeah.
I think-
And then if you downloaded the swag bag from PAX itself was literally garbage. They were like, you need to download it, and I'm like, download or not? There's not actual.
Yeah, they don't give you physical things anymore. I think the biggest or the nicest piece of swag that I saw people getting was from, I think it was the Tiny Build booth and the Hello Neighbor dolls that.
Yeah.
She got one. Yo.
Oh, did you?
I got the small one.
My son will be your best friend. That's his game. He loves that game.
Yeah. So they, if you played the game and you won, you got a big one. If you lost, you got the small one. And then if you took a photo, you also got a small one. So I just took the photo and got the small little doll, and he's super cute.
I think he's really creepy.
What's his name? I forgot.
I don't know, but he is the neighbor. It is
Okay.
the neighbor.
Yep.
Yeah, he went as the neighbor for Halloween last year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cute as hell, actually. So, I mean, we all knew what I just said, what I looked forward to. I actually really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII playing it. I think the favorite thing about that part was not even the game experience itself, but like you're waiting in line, and like there's just two ladies that are dressed as Turks. So if you guys have played Final Fantasy VII, Turks is like the organization that's like kind of like a secret service. And these ladies are just walking down the line, like checking people's tickets and like mean mugging you and like saying some like they're in character, right? And it's like super dope. And like this lady was just like staring straight into my soul as she's like taking my ticket. And then like she walks to the guy like behind me and she's like, "What are you here for?" And he's like, "Please step on me." This is literally the first thing he says. Like I was like, that's not what she asked, but I mean, kudos to you, I guess. Yeah. And I think that's really rad how they just had a lot of people in character, and it made the line not so terrible.
Okay.
Like it was actually really cool. So, how about you, Rena? Was there a game that you saw that you enjoyed, or?
Well, I mean, I love Final Fantasy VII, so like just that whole experience, their booth set up, meeting the other Final Fantasy VII cosplayers and having like a random impromptu shoot on Saturday morning was pretty cool. And then honestly playing Borderlands, I was surprised at how much fun it is.
Because
and we
you
got
never played a Borderlands before that, have you?
Nope.
Yes, Borderlands
Yeah.
is fun. Yes, I can. Yes.
I didn't even I made it to the boss like the second time because we played it twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're about to fall down like the biggest rabbit hole getting into Borderlands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be the Epic Game buyers, so sorry.
Were there any games that any of you saw there that? My favorite part of going there is seeing a game like maybe you've heard of it, maybe you came out of the blue, but there's always like a couple of games where I'm like, what is that? Or like I wasn't expecting to see this. Last year for me it was The Messenger, that like side scroller like 8-bit looking ninja game.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, holy crap! And I bought it like the second I went home.
There was a game that Rhea and I both played up in the indie section called Moving Out.
What?
It's literally it's stupid fun. You literally 4 people and you play like 4 different characters and your entire job is to just move shit out of like a house or a room into like a moving truck.
Yeah.
But it's not just like a regular like business office. Like you'll do a haunted house where like the chairs run and like you'll have ghosts.
Oh,
and,
that's so cool.
And like there's like a giant piano with teeth that's chasing you.
Nice.
Or you go to a farm and you herd sheep and cows and like get them into the truck. But I think that's probably one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
Would you say that as well? Because I know you were sitting there playing it with me.
Oh yeah, that game is definitely on my list. I also watched a little bit of the Blair Witch, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to play that because apparently it just like released on Steam anyway, and like I actually want to play it and be scared. And then Burger Time Party by Xseed Games.
What?
I heard
Yeah,
that
the
was
remake
good.
Burger Time.
Burger Time? You say?
Burger Time, the arcade, has
What?
been remade to be played with your family or friends, up to 4 people, and that game is so fun.
You had me at Burger Time. That's like an all-time classic. I
It's
played that
remade
shit.
and remastered.
I played
That's
it
a
on-
big thing
I-
people are doing right
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
I played that on my Texas Instrument home computer
Your
back.
Texas-
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, hooked up to a TV because it didn't have monitors. It was a TV.
It's
Yeah.
for the Switch.
Ooh. Oh, only for the Switch. Hold on, let's look.
You have a Switch, don't you?
Nah, man.
I have a Switch. So.
I'm waiting for the Pro. I'm waiting for there's gonna be a Switch Pro. Like that's the one I
One
want.
of those guys. That's right.
Yeah, I want the Pro.
How about you, Amelia? What about PAX? How was your PAX experience? What did you like? What did you enjoy? What are you looking forward to? Tell me.
It was fun because it was my first PAX experience.
Ooh,
Yes.
Okay.
First one. I've been watching it for years. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get out, maybe I won't. And I'm like, well, I got the PTO. I'm going. It was a lot of fun. It was just like, whoa, so many games up in your face. What do I do? What am I going to what do I want my time to go to?
So what made you decide to go to this PAX over something like PAX East or PAX South?
Was this your first one out here?
First one, PAX ever.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
I was invited maybe last year to go to PAX South, and I was just like, no, it's, 7 hours away. I could drive there. I don't want to do that. I met Taylor on Meteos Discord. I don't know if you know who Meteos is. Professional.
For those guys who don't know out there, Meteos is a professional League of Legends player. He's been around the scene since like season 3.
Yep.
12.7 KDA jungler.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've been in Medios Discord and part of his community for probably like 5-6 years, and that's where I met Taylor and about the 8 other of us like decided to come as well. We were just like, hey, we want to do this. Okay, let's get it together. Came out here. We're going to PAX. We're just meeting all these random people. It was a lot of fun. At PAX, I know I got to play Divinity, the Fallen Heroes that they're putting out, which is a lot like Original Sin. I don't know if anyone has played that.
Original Sin 2.
2, sorry. Best version of it, in my opinion. Which has been really cool because, like, right before I came out here, we were like, let's start a Divinity Original Sin 2 campaign. And now we're like, let's play Fallen Heroes together. Like, why not? Yeah. So it's been really great to experience all this new gaming life out
Was
here.
there, like, any, like, new games that you, like, tried out that you're like, wow, this is dope? Or anything like that, Mar?
I have not played Borderlands before.
Another one in this house. Really?
I tried it and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Yeah.
We'll have to play together.
Yes.
I'll like actually start using Discord, you guys.
And since you guys haven't played them, like, you can actually go back and play them in order, because chronologically some of them are released out of order, but now you can actually play them in order.
Yeah, because there was like the pre-sequel and everything.
Yeah, and then the Telltale series, which I guess is coming back out again, because some companies rescuing Telltale now, I think, and their IPs.
Unfortunately.
Yes. So, yeah. So now you guys actually get to play the whole story chronologically.
What did you like? Who did you play in Borderlands?
Oh, Lord. That was like day one. I was like, let me just sit in this line for 10 hours.
Yeah.
It felt like, oh, Lord, I cannot remember. It was so many just like running around. What am I going to do? I had no idea any components of what I was supposed to do. I was literally like a child playing.
Just press all the buttons
Yeah,
and see what happens.
Okay. But it was fun. I'll have to get into it.
Yeah.
Definitely go home, hard spam.
It is definitely a rabbit hole. Once you get in, like, you'll spend hours on that game.
If it grabs you, like, that's it. That's a wrap. You're gonna spend
Did you like
a couple
Diablo?
100 hours playing them.
I was okay with it.
Okay.
I wasn't a super fan. Dark Souls was good.
Dark Souls? Okay.
What? We can be friends. We can be friends over here. Another Dark Souls player. Okay.
What are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to just Borderlands, or was there another game that you saw at PAX you had a chance to look at that you were like, I want to check this out?
I mean, I know all the Nintendo games. It's a Nintendo. It's out there. Everyone knows it. There was a few, like, the indie ones that were, like, just, like, a little touch. I was like, oh, I've never thought about doing this. I don't do too many fighting games. So there was some small little indie fighting games. I was like, oh, I could try this out in the future. It was just a whole new experience for me to just get out there, because I don't normally do this. You know, I work my 50 hours a week, and then I come home and I'm like, I'm gonna play some League.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
I'll play this.
Overall, how was your PAX experience? How'd you like it?
It was a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
What would have made it a 10 out of 10?
Winning something.
Okay.
That's actually a really good response. I like that one.
I thought you were gonna say, like, moving sidewalks, like, on the desk. Because that's what I'm always thinking. Like, oh, if only I didn't have to walk, this would be fantastic.
I enjoyed the walking.
I don't know. After a while, because like I said, I zip all over the place. So like after a while, I'm just like, I just want to just go see the thing. It's right there, but I gotta get to it.
See, I like walking. I hate standing in line because it makes my lower back hurt, and then I'm crashing for the rest of the day.
Standing in line is fucking misery.
Yeah,
It is so awful.
I don't do it there.
Yeah.
So used to it.
Can you imagine, like, San Diego Comic-Con? I've never been, but I hear all the horror stories of people at SDCC. They're like, yeah, I've been in this line to watch a trailer
Well, and
for
it's like,
4 hours.
and it's 110 degrees down there at the same time too. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a super big fan of the lines, though. This was my first PAX West, so it was pretty fantastic. Love Seattle as a city. Will definitely be coming back.
Nice.
Good.
My other PAX experiences, I've been to 3 PAX Easts, and so a lot of that, I don't do the show floor standing in line, but I would sit in line for panels a lot. That was like my favorite thing about PAX East was all the panels.
Yeah, the panels are worth it here. I went like the Borderlands one, they gave us all free copies. Borderlands 1 and 2. And then I saw Rooster Teeth a couple years ago, like a long time ago actually, when they were still doing like Red versus Blue here. And that was hilarious. So yeah.
I remember when Rooster Teeth had a booth at PAX. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
I miss it, to be honest with you.
I miss old PAX Prime. I'm an old head.
But I mean, like,
The old days, 2011.
I really love PAX. I actually started going to PAX when they still had the LCS regionals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At PAX from like 2014 to like 16, I
and
think.
they were just there. People were just walking past, and there was just regionals happening.
Like literally, like one entire area
Yeah.
of the con center was just for the region.
And you can walk past there like 10 times and not even realize it's happening.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
It was nuts.
But I was like, they're having like huge regionals over there. Like nobody's
Now Riot Games like doesn't even go to PAX anymore.
Nope.
They're too good.
Their
too good
presence
for
is
us.
super minimal. They had a presence last year, but it was for when they had that whole hiccup with misogyny and sexual.
It was weird to see them not here anymore because they'd been here like every single year pretty much. Yeah.
For PAX West last year, they had like this giant mural, and basically what you could do is like you can write your like a note or something like on a sticky note, and then you post it on this wall that they had, and it'll take it back to Riot Studios.
Oh, really?
And that's literally all they did.
This is
They
like
didn't
what they do
anything
after
else.
like disasters, and the people like put their family picture on. Have you seen Steve?
It was Riot was like, we made a boo boo. We're gonna try to fix things and make it better. Please write on our wall so we can take this back. Like,
Steve,
I bet
fix
they
our
didn't even
wallet.
take it
Too
back. I
soon.
bet they just like tore it down and threw it in the
Or
garbage.
they, like, probably didn't put it up anywhere in Riot Studios, to be honest with you. But
They're
it's
like,
weird.
Thanks everyone, right in the dumpster.
They went from having a lot of presence to zero.
Yeah,
presence.
overnight it
But
was
then again,
really
like,
weird.
they don't really need PAX
Well,
anymore.
the only thing this year
Small
was
indie company.
the TFT Alienware booth.
Oh, yeah,
at,
that's
like,
right.
The TFT tournament. And so
Oh.
Travis Gafford was there doing some.
And
some
so was
emceeing.
St. Vicious.
Saint was there too.
Yep, he was there.
Did you guys see any like cyber celebrities there? I always see a couple. I see
Cyber
I see the dudes from like IGN walking around. Like, oh, there's Uber Haxer Nova. Oh, there's the Inside Gaming guys right there.
I wanted to run into Video Game Donkey because I ran into him a couple of
What's
years
he even
ago.
look like?
Like a nerdy, kind of chubby white kid with glasses and curly hair.
I don't know. Last year I was playing some indie game and I look up and sit next to me. He's like the DJ Steve Aoki.
For real?
I was like, they're playing. Hey, Steve Aoki. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. But he played some private PAX party. So that's why I
Well,
was
because
here.
last year they had T-Pain, and I guess some people bumped into T-Pain last year
Like
at the
on
Facebook
the
party.
show floor?
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
T-Pain was at Dragon Con this year. Trials.
As Leroy from Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
just
happening
go
right now
through
Yeah.
that.
too.
Yeah.
I got to meet D1.
D1, really?
Yep.
Nice.
Smash commentator.
How did you
Nice.
bump into D1?
At Porapalooza.
Nice. Yeah, there's always like some random cyber celebrity you'll see. You're like, oh, I just watch your YouTube videos, but now I'm not gonna see you.
In 2015 for PAX, I took shots with St. Vicious at Porapalooza, and then he tried to invite me and my friend Amy back to his hotel to smoke some weed.
Smoke some weed.
Well, I think he was just inviting me out of obligation. He really just wanted to invite Amy, but but that was really interesting, and I bumped into like Dyrus and met Odd One. These are all LCS players.
Yeah.
And this is like 2015, so it's a long
The
long
originals.
time ago. Yeah, the OG. But you know, like that's one of the things, like the kind of the neat thing about PAX is like you just occasionally bump into some people like, oh, I've seen this guy. He's a famous streamer, or he's in League of Legends, he's in Dota, he's in whatever like esports game, and it's just really cool to like kind of see them because they're just like you and me. They're just walking around wanting to see stuff. So I think it's pretty rad.
Pro gamers and internet celebrities, they're just like us.
Yep. Who'd have thunk it,
They're
right?
exactly like us. Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
think it was kind of weird that the Mixer booth was like, come hang out with our pro streamers. And I'm just like,
I'm so glad
and,
you
like,
brought
with
that up. Yeah.
pictures, I'm
What's up
just
with
like-
that?
I'm like, this is really weird because, you know, they're regular people. Like, it's not, I mean, I know they're getting paid to do this and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just a weird air about their entire booth.
Yeah.
I felt.
I get what you mean because I think last year when I was walking around, there was like the Twitch little VIP area, and they were gonna have what's his name? Which is on the tip of my tongue. Lobos Jr. That's the guy that plays VR like one-handed, literally, or he played it in VR first-person mode and beat the game without taking a hit. And I'm just like, this guy's kind of like a gaming god, pretty much. He plays like all the hard games, and like he'll just talk to the thing and barely be paying attention and just stomp through Dark Souls like it's nothing. And you're just like, okay, but he was gonna be there, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, but I don't want to meet him though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like he's just like a dude. It's like he's like a god when I'm watching him, but it's like, do I want to meet Lobos? Not really. What am I gonna say to him? Like, hey, nice VR play there.
Can I tell you guys a little story?
I'm
about
older
my-
than he is. Like, I don't, you know. Yeah.
Can I tell you guys a little story about when I met Double Lift in 2015?
Oh, yes.
So it's when they just lost. They got 6th place, so they weren't in the greatest of moods. And I caught them the day after they lost, and I walked up to him because he was like taking pictures of other fans, and I was like, Double Lift, because I'm a really huge Double Lift fan. Like I've been a fan of his since like season 4, and I was like, dude, I think you're the best ADC in North America. And he looks at me straight in the face, he's like, that's fucked up. That's literally what he said to me.
Sounds like him.
I was like, man, don't put yourself down like that. I still think you're the greatest Simian. He's like, well, thank you. And like, I felt so awful because they literally lost so hard. It wasn't even close. So I don't know. I was just trying to cheer him up, but that made me ultra sad.
The whole scene reminded me of, like, remember A Christmas Story when he like tries to tell Santa he wants the gun, and Santa's like, "Shoot your eye out, kid." You just like popped your bubble right there.
What about you, Taylor? Did you meet anybody? Or bumped into anybody?
Honestly, no, not really. I was running around doing a lot of meetings, going from booth to booth, just trying to do business things and make this a business trip.
With their outfit on, they should want to meet you. They should be like, what
yeah, most people don't know who the Pittsburgh Knights are, and I honestly don't blame them because we are involved in European PUBG, Smite, and Paladin. So unless you're a fan of those games and actively follow those scenes, you don't really run into us too much. But that's going to change.
Yeah.
I felt like PUBG had like a really big presence here last year at PAX West.
Oh yeah, they had a huge.
They had some kind of tournament here, didn't they?
They had a tournament, and then on top of that, they had literally like one street was riddled with a bunch of PUBG.
I know what you're talking about, right across
marketing
from
merchandise. Yeah, it was right across Paramount. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had like.
The whole alley was
trucks.
blocked off.
Yeah, the alley.
Yeah, with like a little like obstacle
with like a
course.
burning Hummer and,
Yep.
and like
yeah.
Oh
yeah. You remember like a burning Hummer and like some debris.
I was super
Yeah.
excited.
I was like,
Yeah,
what's going on over
PUBG's
here?
like really interesting because they just came out of the gate like 0 to 100 real quick, and they've fallen off quite a bit, unfortunately. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna try to pick back up.
It was the first game I played like for like battle arena.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played PUBG with my friends for like a good straight month, like nonstop.
Yeah.
Same.
I loved PUBG. I'm still not a Fortnite guy. I've never been. She agrees. So I don't know. Like to me, like Minecraft still just looks like Call of Duty Minecraft. Like that's literally what Fortnite looks like to me.
I couldn't get into Fortnite. I think I played it like twice, and I was like, F this.
There's too much going on.
There's too much going, and then people
you have to be younger.
I'm just garbage at it. That's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
First-person shooters. Who cares if you're garbage? You're having fun with your
Right?
friends.
Like to each their own, right? Like I don't judge you for playing Minecraft. I just think Minecraft's a horrible game. But that's just my opinion.
But it's coming back.
Yeah.
It is.
Minecraft?
It is.
No, it's legit coming back.
No, I'm not talking about Minecraft.
Oh,
I'm
it's
talking
more
about
Fortnite?
Yeah. I have respect for Minecraft. Like I think Minecraft's hella fun. So.
Better on this podcast.
I like building things, and if like there was an option to just build things in Fortnite, then I would play it. But I don't want to have to like build and worry about like shooting someone. I can't do both. That's not how this works.
Leave
Well, they added
me
it.
to build in peace.
There's a playground mode on there, and you can just build stuff.
Really?
I don't know if it's not permanent though. Like the second you leave,
that's
all your
sad.
stuff's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a waste.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
stick
play
to Sims
Minecraft.
4.
Yeah.
I don't like how Minecraft looks.
I love Minecraft.
You gotta get them ray tracing. You gotta get them.
Are we
Put
really
the
talking about
mods
ray
on.
tracing Minecraft right now?
Yeah, you gotta get them rays traced on your Minecrafts.
No, I don't like.
You gotta get
their
them 4K
big
textures.
Blocky. Nope, it's the art style. It's not for me.
Okay, before we go deeper into the Minecraft ray tracing, we're gonna have to call it. Actually, in just a good amount of time too. So
That was quick.
yeah, it didn't even really feel like an hour.
No.
It's almost an hour. So, Amelia, Taylor, thank you guys so much for coming
Seriously,
out.
thank you.
I
Thanks for
really
having
had a
us.
great time talking with both of you.
Sure.
With that being said, my name is Goon PNW again. Please catch me Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Goon PNW.
Steam.
I'm active primarily. Oh, it's Steam.
Steam
I'm
on there
active
a lot.
primarily on Twitter. We also have a Steam group, saltTier podcast. Or is it saltTier?
You can just look up saltTier and we're on there.
We're still doing giveaways. So please join our Facebook or join our Steam group,
Yeah.
and we will start giving out some more games. And these aren't just run-of-the-mill low-tier games. These are some really hot items. So please come check us out. We're also available on iTunes and SoundCloud and Google Play. We always
Spotify.
live record and
Stitcher.
on Stitcher too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow,
We're all the
everywhere.
places.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio.
Whoa.
Oh, we're on iHeartRadio.
Serious?
Basically.
Yo, we're big leagues now, boys.
Basically,
okay?
what I'm
Look at us,
hearing
Ma.
is there's no excuse to not
Yeah,
listen to the
literally.
podcast.
In your face, Mom.
It's always live recorded on Facebook every Monday, 8 to 9. And then that same episode, in a couple days later, gets posted to all of our radio sites. So please check us out. My closing statements to all of you guys is play shit that you feel like you wouldn't really enjoy. Just give it a chance. You might end up actually liking it. I did that with Moving Out. We were walking by, and I was like, this game was hella dumb. And then I sat there and I played it, and I was like, this game's tight. This game is absolutely awesome.
It's always the dumb games. They're like 50-50.
Yeah, because you look at it, it was like, that game, like, what, $20? Like, it's not going to be good, and you play, and you're like, this game's actually really fun.
Yes,
So,
there's quite a few games.
please, play the indie stuff. Give indie devs a chance. I feel like a lot of people don't give them a chance. That's why they get shoved up in the attic, basically, is what I feel like the 6-4 was. So, check out their stuff. You never know what you might like. So, to the right of me.
Yeah, I hope everyone had a good PAX or Labor Day weekend. If you did do that, remember, support Gamers Union, and that's all I have to say. Follow me on Twitter at XArenaLow.
Nice. This is the save rings ... You have to have the ... It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You gotta say the whole thing.
Cristal like the champagne.
Yes.
Pimp,
Cristal like
pimp
the-
name Slickback.
So, yes. All that. Please signmychange.org to get a Burger Time Party put on the PC and not just the Switch. I'll put details in the description. No. It's made by Xseed, so there's a chance. Just hit us up on Steam, hit us up on all the social medias. Yeah, we're pretty much on all the social medias. We're everywhere you can listen to a podcast, like Goon brought up earlier. Support the Pittsburgh Knights. Look them up if you're looking to get into the game industry and wouldn't mind. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, East Coast, or even from here, I hear Pittsburgh's a great town.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I hear it's a great town. I never really hear anything bad ever about Pittsburgh now that I think about it.
No.
Yeah.
Just Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh!
We're not going to go there.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Just hit us up and enjoy the games that you enjoy. Don't totally crap on people who play games that you don't like, because they like it for a reason. Leave them alone. And thanks to our guests for coming in. We're definitely gonna have to play something together online or keep in touch with something, you guys,
Absolutely.
for sure. And that's about it. I'll pass it.
Yeah,
this
I'll
way.
actually pass it to Amelia. Can you please give some closing statements, shout-outs, where people can reach you, et cetera, et cetera?
All right, yeah, most people can reach me on Twitter. So, @Amelia1218. Or most people know me as Asher online, so everyone calls me that. I don't know why, but they just do. I'm like, oh, no, call me Amelia. But you can reach me on there. Definitely hit me up on League. I won't say my League name, because...
The trolls.
The trolls. And
DM on Twitter for it.
yeah, DM on Twitter for that, Got to keep it clean. Don't hit me up on LinkedIn. That's strictly professional. But go out there, play as many games as possible, have fun, no expectations. A game is a game.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, Miss Taylor, some closing statements from you.
I mean, PAX West, wow, what a great event. Just goes to show you that gaming can bring people together from all walks of life. It doesn't matter. There's a game out there for everyone. Mm-hmm. And so, it's fantastic. Community, love it so much. If you want to connect with me, I am @_Talore. That's TAHLORE with another underscore on Twitter. But here, gotta promote my org @KnightsGG, Pittsburgh Knights. We have plenty of other ways that you can connect with us. Facebook, Instagram, Discord. Join our communities. If you have any questions about potentially entering into the gaming and esports industry, please feel free to connect with me. I will try to answer as many questions as I possibly can or direct you to someone who can. That's the other thing about gaming and esports as an industry. When one of us wins, we all win. We just need to try to build each other up.
For sure.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It absolutely does.
And finally, once again, thank you to New Belgium for supplying us with Jucifer and Imperial Ranger and more flavors to come. Thank you again to Lauren. We're actually going to have her on soon. We talked to her a little bit. She said she can't wait to get on the podcast
Nice.
to talk to us. So
Very
thank
nice.
you again to New Belgium, #LiveRangerously. And I always have to do it. I got to do the sign too, like the hand sign. And anyways, we are signing off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Live Rangers.
Is that their hashtag bullshit?